Okay, it says that I'm live. Looks like my microphone's working. I guess this thing is going. um, all right, let's hide that. Um, I was all ready to. Oh wait, here we go. I'm listening to the comments in the live stream. Um, I am recording video. I was getting a bit of an echo. Sorry there. Um, this is the beginning of a weekly series where I am going to try to make a Drupal 8 site. This particular Drupal 8 site isn't completely from scratch. We're starting with an old Drupal 6 site. We've got a lot of data in that Drupal 6 site, and we're going to be migrating that into a new Drupal 8 site, and then tweaking it until it looks great, which will include front-end theming, adapting any of the old modules that they're using to work with Drupal 8, and just generally giving it a layer of polish. And I would have loved to start at having the Drupal 8 site actually running so I can actually do the migration. But apparently my Windows laptop decided to update itself, and now I can't connect to my virtual machine. So I sure hope this isn't 2 hours of me fussing with VirtualBox, but a part of the reason why I'm doing this is to show what my learning process is. I'm going to be encountering a lot of things that I may not know how to do. I'm going to have to be able to be agile. I'm going to have to be able to find the appropriate API documentation and just figure it out as I go. So you may want to skip 2 different sections if you're watching this video later. And if you're on the live stream and you see me bashing myself against a wall, you know how to get me around. Please let me know. I've got my coffee here. This is Drupal and Coffee. Used to be Drupal and Coffee in the morning, but right now I'm filming this and it's 10 p.m. So no longer in the morning. All right. So I've been bashing my head up against this virtual machine that isn't. It doesn't want to get up. I'm able to. Let's see here. I'm able to do. I'm able to destroy it, and you see on the right there, it goes away. Do I have to give it the F? Vagrant. Destroy F. Force. That requires a TTY. There we go, it's gone. Now I can do a vagrant up. And it will try, but it will fail. And supporting. The problem with VirtualBox is that everything just takes so long. Yeah, that didn't work either. Now, I noticed something strange. I go to view my network connections. There are a lot of network connections that seem to be spun up here. And there was this one network connection that said host only network 5, and it seemed to be having troubles. Like it couldn't spin up properly. So I named it not, but it was number 5. Change that back. Re-enable it. I think what I noticed was that when I did rename this virtual host and I restarted the virtual machine, it created this Ethernet 7, as if it's trying to create new Ethernet adapters so that it can properly connect, properly have some kind of a bridge between my host machine and the virtual machine. So I've re-enabled that. I'll make that destroy command and the spinning up command in one line. Just concatenate them together. Oh, I wonder if my good friend Lowell is tuning in. He's just sent me a message saying that he has a solution for my Windows VirtualBox. I did tell people that it'll be okay to troll me, so I hope the solution isn't go find a Mac laptop. Let's see if I can spin up Slack and respond to him more directly. I think there's a bit of a delay with this. There we go. I'm in a couple Slacks. I'm in the Midwest PHP community Slack. And in the Twin Cities, we've got our own Slack. Slack's been pretty good. It's kind of like fancy IRC. I like it. All right. See if Lowell can save me here. No, it didn't work either. It is the Hyper-V. Okay. Do tell. Magic words. Oh. All right. He says turn off Hyper-V. Where? Maybe he knows. Otherwise, I have to go find it. Oh. It's part of virtualization. Virtual desktop settings? That sounds right. Here we go. Oh, that's something different in Windows 10. It's the multiple desktops they've got. Okay. And what? Because if I reboot, I'm going to lose the feed here, which I might just go have to do. No prob. Already doing that. If I reboot, I'll lose the feed. So I only want to do that once. There we go. Hey, sounds like I've got 2 viewers on, so Lowell's just one of them. Oh, maybe 4. So, congrats, you get to watch me stumble through this. All right. There's the control panel. Yeah. I think what he's saying is add or remove programs. You know, he's specifically saying features. Programs are features. Turn off on and off windows and features. So Okay. Okay. All right. So are you saying that Hyper-V needs to be turned off? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's saying that he can't chat on YouTube. I wonder if I don't have the permission set right for that. I'll have to look at that too, and then for me. That reminds me of something else that somebody was telling me about virtualization using VirtualBox. That, what was it, on the performance tab, that you had to look for this here where it says virtualization enabled, and it is. That T is crossed. Okay. So I do have it off. This isn't a problem. All right. You know, I was thinking, just when I came in, and I was thinking, why don't I start completely from scratch? Why don't I just go through the standard process of getting a project stood up and show you that if you've never seen that before? Like maybe you've been working by yourself and haven't been working with developers, haven't needed to. You've just been able to run everything locally. So you've never really needed to set up a virtual box. But hey, maybe you want to see what that process is like. Why don't I give that a shot? Because this isn't working. All right. I'm going to create a new directory, sites directories. I'll call it Robo, because we're going to be building a site for a high school robotics team. Isn't that nice? We'll talk more about the actual site when we get there. All right, I'm going to go into Robo, and there's nothing in there. So the first thing I want to do is just really kill this this VirtualBox problem. So I'll navigate. Oops, I guess I'll have to go here. I'll navigate to where I normally get my VirtualBoxes, Puphpet, and tell it what kind of VirtualBox I want. So deploy target, it's usually fine. Provider VirtualBox, deploy to localhost, use whatever Ubuntu they want. And then I'll just say, you know, this isn't working well using the default IP address. Let me use 59.101, and I'm going to call this robo.dev. No. They're the green machine, greenmachine.dev. Yeah. And for now, the folder target will be that. I just want to be able to spin it up. And then I'm going to go and tell it what I want. And I want Apache, and I'll call the server name greenmachine.dev. Got to change that. Got to actually delete that at www.greenmachine.dev. Oh, I should let go. No, move it on. New virtual machine. And expects the document root to be awesome. I'll just set it to be that for now. Oh, and actually is looking at the directory block to be that. Actually, no. I want the document root to be Drupal. I want the path to be Drupal. It doesn't matter, does it? Standards is standards. There we go. Document root. Oh, wait. This is where the confusion comes in. Because on the machine, I'm going to be telling it to map my directory to a specific directory. Is that here? Yeah, I'm saying map the root of my folder to folder there. So, okay, I'll fix that by going to my command line, which was here, and I'll just create a Drupal folder in there. Then I'll just put index.html. I'd have to do Drupal/index.html. Now there should be a blank index.html in there. Well, I put some in there. I'll say, hi, Lowell. There we go. Yeah. So now with my web server, Apache config expects a Drupal folder. It will find a Drupal folder and it won't complain. All right, languages. We need PHP. 5.6 is fine. I've been trying 7 out, and that has not worked well for me yet. I do expect it to work well eventually. I'm not going to install any extras. I'm not going to install Drush. The Drush that they install, Puphpet installs, is the wrong one. And I think by default, it's no longer expecting to install MySql. I think they had some problems with that. And they're going to install MariaDB instead. It should be compatible, should be fine. But I've been using Acquia Dev Desktop so much that I actually expect the username to be Drupal user. Let's set the DB name to be machine, and I'll set the where do we grant another database? Add another user? Oh, okay. So this is the grant for the user. Whoa. Where did we go? Did we delete that? Oh, I guess I commented that out. Drupal user. Drupal user gets for every database all privileges. That's fine. It's my virtual machine. All right. And that should be it. Let me just double check, because if it doesn't work, I'm going to come back here and question every decision. CLI, mcrypt, these are the defaults, using PHP FPM instead of the Apache mod PHP module, which is what they do for speed. And I don't have to worry about packages. Yeah, okay, well, let's just jump in. Shell 4s look good. Okay, create archive. Download this thing. It's downloaded. Gonna do its thing. Yeah, hopefully we'll get to some exciting stuff eventually. We're about 20 minutes in. We got my coffee. We're not gonna pull an all-nighter tonight. We're just gonna hopefully get to the point where we can see a hello world. All right, open that up. I said open. Did you open? All right, fine. You're not gonna open it? Let's go to where you are. All right. Hey, Lowell put a comment. I'm seeing. Yeah. Thanks, Lowell, for saying that you're going to send me an email later. Not sure how much good that'll be for me now. Let's navigate to where my files are, which are on drive here. This PC. See where sites. Oh well. Drupal folder. Let's drop it right there in the root. It'll add a Puphpet folder plus a Vagrant file and a Git attributes. And then while I'm doing this, why don't I just get my PHP Storm to also use that folder. So I'll close this one out, and I'll open the new one. Get all these things ready. Which I did have ready before we started, but dang VirtualBox, man. All right. So it's going to open a terminal, which opens another terminal. Thanks, Git for Windows. So it's adding that Puphpet folder, and here's my index. And you know, why don't I just add a real index, new HTML file, and I'll call this main for now. There it is. Hello. And I'll give it a P that says, hello, lol. There we go. Clean that up and rename that. I said rename. Clearly said rename. There we go. All right, are we done copying? We're not done copying yet. It's still copying. All right, it's done. Let's close that extra one. So here we are. We're in Robo. We have things, including a Vagrant file. Let's not a Git repository yet, so I don't have to worry about that. All right, back on track. We're going to spin this up. See what mayhem we can create. So while this spins up, shove that off to the side. It's on this side. The Puphpet folder has a config.yaml, and that's what basically controls all the configuration that it's about to try to spin up. What seemingly is most important is this private network IP address. By default, the virtual machines has a 192.168.56.101. And whenever a new, there it is, whenever a new virtual machine is created, it seems like it's trying to create this host-only networking thing. Let me go back to the settings so I can look at that. These VirtualBox host-onlys. Yeah, I don't really see a new one created here. And there's really no indication of what it's being used. Here we are in VirtualBox. All the virtual machines are powered down, but here's the one that was just created. Oh, okay, this one says it's using host-only Ethernet adapter number 6. This one. All right. Okay. I probably shouldn't have closed that. But I want to do an experiment here. So here we have number 6. It's been up for 30 minutes. Why has it been up for 30 minutes? This one could not be new. Oh. I want to try reload. All right. Date. Clearing any ports. Packets 0. Received 0. Okay. Waited for the machine to boot and then immediately stopped. All right. Let's see if we can turn to the internet. Oh, well, I thought you had my email address. Huh. Saying he doesn't. Yeah. Well, you can always find me on Drupal.org global. The username's Cosmic Dreams. You can use the private message thing they've got there, and I'll get it. Okay. VirtualBox, host only network. Huh, not working. That's from September 2015, 2013. That sounds like a good one. That one's from October 2000. I wonder if I could say Windows 10. I can't tell when this one is made. Maybe I should say VirtualBox 5. Yeah, well, that one seems to come to the top. Let's look at that one. You know what I'm not doing? Doesn't it have a debug mode? I bet it has a debug mode. Ooh, what's this? A fix? I seem to remember this. Something about this sounds familiar. But I thought they patched this. Do I have an update? Huh. Yeah. Most recent. Okay. All right. So that page was saying that I could try this fix, and I guess it wouldn't hurt to download it. Yeah. I don't want a preview. I want to download it. What's this other page? Oh, under Windows 7. Well, I had that idea about debug mode. We can see what it is here that I have available. I thought there was a debug mode where you could see even more messages. No, I don't see any debug. Oh. Oh my god, maybe I have to click this tiny little, oh my god. I have to click the tiny little thing. All right. Oh, right. I have to run that as, yeah, I've seen this before. This fixes the incompatibility of VirtualBox with Windows 10, which prevents one from setting up host-only network interfaces. But they are correct. I remember this because I was looking into this issue a long time ago. It was a couple months ago. Oh, the time when this started cropping up in September. That I actually have to run this as an administrator, which I can do if I right-click and run it as administrator and then do that. Don't do this with everything that you find on the internet. But I remember this was valid stuff as long as it hasn't been hijacked. Okay. Let's go back and start with as much of a clean slate as we can. Destroy that, give it a force attribute, attach another command, and we'll vagrant up. Will said, wow, that was cool. Not exactly sure what he thinks is cool, though. There's a bit of delay, so I don't really know. I guess I should be looking at this more and more when I'm going. It's off to the side and I can't see it. Yeah. Wow, that was cool. It's completely without context. All right. Here we go. Getting close to the moment of truth. It's definitely running. As an administrator, it's going to fail here if it's going to fail. Oh, right here. Yeah, there. Failed again. But maybe it's trying to reuse a virtual host that it already tried to make and is bad. So, congrats to us. We get to do something we were going to do later in this process, which was change the config here. Okay. So I've got this set to 59.101. I need to set it to an IP address I haven't tried yet. So I'll say 61 dot something. 99. And if I change this, I'm also going to have to change my hosts file, which I'll do later if this works. But let me just make sure this is saved and save that there and give it another shot. So what it's going to do is it's going to realize that it's a different IP address and that it's out of the subnet of the previous attempt. Is it out of the subnet? If it's out of the subnet of the previous attempt, then it will try to create a new virtual host, which I guess I should be looking at. Not there, but no, not settings. Network connections. Check to see if a new one shows up here. Are we there yet? Ah, here we go. It's going to try to create a new one after I can see the next one. There it is, Ethernet 8. There's one more I got to click. Then is it going to do its job? One job, Vagrant. Oh, here it is. Going to fail? It fails. It's still running, isn't it? It's still running. There is another solution. Maybe I'm just being silly with this whole need for having this run in a virtual machine. Maybe I can just get everything going if I use a local tool. And gotta create dev desktop for that. So I am through trying to get that working. All right, let's create a new Drupal site. Oh, no, right. Import local Drupal site. Yeah, there we go. And change the codebase folder to be where my Drupal 8 site is, right here. No, not literally that. Inside there in the Drupal folder. Yeah. And it wants to call it Drupal.dd. I'll say green machine. There we go. And it wants to create a new database. That's fine. PHP 5.5? I don't want to rock the boat at this point. We've been bashing our head against this, but what? Come on. Why not 5.6? All right. Fingers crossed.
I looked away. This folder contains a site that is configured for a different. Yeah, well, why not? What's the worst that can happen? Maybe I should have made sure everything was cleaned up before I started that. Okay. This is not the right one. Let's open the right one. This is the one. We have the code. Okie dokie. Now, you go to settings at PHP. I can navigate directly to the file. And there's the green that was created. What is happening? Behave. There's the settings at PHP in there. Let's maximize this, shall we? And then it should have a databases array, but it doesn't. But it should at the very end have the reference to the, all of the config. Which means we're going to have to use the settings.php they provide. Files, there's all my config stuff. All the files. So it complained about Apache not being up, and it's still not up, but if I click start, it's not going to complain again. So let's see if we can just do this. So I clicked on that link, and it probably opened something somewhere. Maybe in my other window. Why can't things be easy? Okay. Machine. Are you actually looking, or did you fail already? Yay! Yay! Yay, that's an actual error message. We've gotten further. All right, let's get into a command line. Here we are. Navigated directly to where the folder is. Do I got Drush and which version? All right, recent version. That's good. Drush status. What do we got? What are we working with? Things. Telling me things. That's thing. All right. Drush. Hey, Drush SI site install. Is that too ambitious? Is this entire thing too ambitious? Yeah, let's drop everything in there. Thanks for letting me know this takes a while. Oh, which version of Drupal am I using? All right, 8.0.x. Okay, but I'm not. This is from the Git repository. It's not the 8.0.1 that's out there. And can I switch to that? Is that it? If I go to my command line and I go back to the site, into the Drupal folder that's there, and take a look at the branches that are out there. I guess I could. Oh, well, those 8.0.x, that's my local, and the remotes point to different streams. But if I wanted to check out a specific version, I guess I would have to check out a specific tab. Okay, back to what's going on. Hey, that worked. I'm just going to copy this and log log into my supposedly working site. Hey, that's a site. All right. So I guess the username is admin and the password is whatever that was. Whoops. Oh no, Lowell knows my password now. Oh my gosh. Hey, that works. Hey, go ahead and save it. That's fine. So here's a Drupal site, and it has no content. And I just move this over here, and I'll close the tab here. Close everything else. There we go. It's got nothing. It's got no files either. Hey, the good news is that for what we're going to do tonight, apparently for the next hour and 15 minutes that we have, or maybe more, I don't know, if I lose track of time, Lowell could probably keep me up. Gosh, Lowell, your comments come so late. You missed something. I don't know what you missed. Provide me context, man. Oh, Lowell. You should just drive here. Okay, as I was starting to say, what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to try to be migrating the old content in. And lucky for us, Drupal ships with this Drupal upgrade module. Wait a minute, it doesn't ship with that. What is going on? Oh, I downloaded the migrate upgrade module, but it ships with migrate. And it also ships with migrate Drupal. So that's cool. We're going to have to turn those things on. Migrate provides the API, the migrate subsystem that is capable of doing all the migration tasks. And migrate Drupal specifically provides helpers that allows you to do the Drupal to Drupal upgrading. Hey Lowell, how am I sounding? Finally getting your messages. Long drive. Yeah, I know it's a long drive. All right, so we'll be turning those things on. One of the so I know I've got Drush. One of the cool things that we've got going on here is like we've got Drush that is getting ready for Drupal 8, but there's also Drupal console. Do I have that? I don't have that. All right, where is my Drush? Oh, you don't understand which because you're a Windows command line. That's great. What's my path? Lots of things. Some things Docker. It's gotta have Drush in there somewhere. Do I even have grep? Oh my god. I do have grep. Oh, great. Okay. Can I grep my path and would that even be useful information? Grep Drush. It's the whole thing because it's one line. That's great. Well, I've got dev desktop 5.6. Got MySql. I'm just gonna have to eyeball it. Oh boy, there's a vendor bin right there. Oh, I'm pointing at my screen. Oh wait, I can point at my screen and you can see where the cursor is. That's great. Oh, and here's Drush right there. So that's how it knows about Drush. Okay. Okay. Oh, but vendor bin. Maybe I can composer install Drupal console. Maybe I can install, that one right there, install globally. Right there. Oh, okay, yeah. Thanks, Jesus. Yes, I could do that. Can I do it with Composer? Can I just do it with Composer? How about this one? Composer template. Okay. Well, anything that could be installed with Composer is unpackaged. So when I search there, Drupal console, Drupal/console. This is it. Yep, that's the one. And then I could just say Drupal console 9.10. So do I even have Composer? Could not open input file, Composer to far. What are you trying to do? Composer lock, Composer JSON, Composer far. Why are you saying php.exe? Maybe it would work if I did it from here. Hello. Composer. Help. Composer. What? PHP Composer. Do I have curl? No. Do I have curl in this one? Ooh. Well, maybe I can do what they're saying. Because they want me to do this. Is that still the current? I thought I saw it was something different. But if it works, it works. Oh. If I can get the fire. Not found. Shake fist. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that I can't execute PHP? You are telling me that. What good are you? Why do I need this anyways? Because it's cool, but don't need it. I need Drush, and that's working, and I should stop complaining. All right, so here I am. I need to enable migrate Drupal, right? That was the name of the module as I found it on the extent page here. Migrate Drupal, migrate underscore Drupal. I'm checking out. Let's execute it, but let's add Y. If I tell it to enable a module and it has dependencies, it will try to install those other dependencies too. Looks like it just crapped the bed. All right. Well, you can talk to it. I mean, it's right here. And I'm here. And the version of Drush you're using is the right one. Let's skip it. Let's just install it the old-fashioned way. I want these two. Do I need the UI? I might need the UI, but given how everything else is going, I'd rather not. I wonder if Lowell can hear me drinking coffee. All right, it says it installed that one and the other one. Which means there's no UI that it added. But one thing I should be able to see is here, when I'm in my site, and oh, that's probably why the other command didn't work. It wasn't even in my Drupal folder. This is, oh wait a minute, I am in my Drupal folder. Okay. If I do drush status, it's not going to yell at me. Why are you yelling at me? Drush was not able to start Bootstrap. the command line doesn't work. This is why I started the Vagrant machine, because I have a reliable command line. I don't have to deal with the Windows command line. All right, you over here. If I do this command line and I do drush, what's that? PHP no found. No. This is not going well. I need that virtual machine. Lowell is the only one watching me right now, so I don't know what he's talking about. Well, how is drush executing then, if there's no PHP? I mistrust you. That doesn't. Oh, no PHP in all of these things. And I'm looking, and I'm not seeing a PHP in all of those things. No, I don't see it yet. Vendor per Docker toolbox. See, I had my development environment all set up the way I wanted to. And then Docker had to install a brand new Git. And I was upset about that for a long time. Looks like I'm still upset. If I do path, of course you're not going to understand that. There's a command, I forget it, I can execute. But what was, okay, I'm seeing all these errors for this command line here. What was the first error? Things. Oh, okay, so we're pretty close to the beginning of it. Okay, parse error, unexpected class in content entity type on line 43. Let's take a look. Some kind of object, content entity. I think that's the one. Which one is it? Let's just think it's that. Double check. Drupal core entity, content entity type. Yep, that's the one. Line 43. All right. Check storage class, required interfaces, content entity storage interface class. Yeah, that sounds like that should work just perfectly fine. I think it's a problem with my PHP. Well, how's it getting this far? Syntax error. Maybe the version of PHP that is executing the drush is not the same. Aha. 5.4 php.ini. How do I get the command line configuration to use the right version of PHP? Maybe if I set my default PHP, which the default was 5.5. Yeah, I'm going to dive into the settings here. Yeah, 5.5. What if I click edit, it'll take me to that. Is it possible to set the default? Where do I set that? Oh, here it is, default. Let's set it 5.6. That's going to think about that. Locality. Oh, it doesn't like that. Failed to start. What is going on now? Let's change it back. All right. There should be a log somewhere telling me about that error. Logs. Apache access logs, Apache error logs. I bet it would be here. All right, looking at the timestamps, March 19th, December 16th. SSL. Why do I keep all these things around? Should delete some of them. I don't see. Lowell is saying we should do this again tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Lowell. Wait a minute. That's for Sites Beta 7. I want this one. Well, that's just changing. That's not really relevant. Lots of gets. Lots of gets. That's not relevant either. Oh, I got another hour. I don't know what you're talking about. This is going to midnight, man. Yeah, maybe it'll be. No. Wait a minute. How's that even working? Oh, it says Apache is up. Okay. So if it is working, I should be able to get to a status report and get a status report on what is going on. Okay, that's database system 5.5. Then I should be able to find the PHP config and get some details here. Spill your guts. All right, so loaded the configuration of 5.6. That's fine. Okay. But there is a different version of PHP that the command line is using. I just need to figure out how to tell it to use a different version of PHP. And I'd say PHP 5.6 in this interface, but this is actually hiding from me the real details about what it's doing. I'm just going to take one more look here. Verbose logging, that might be nice. Figs. Yeah. Proxy, what the hell? None of that. All right, so when I spin this up, it does things. When I access the command line, that does a thing. And then Drush has its own config. So maybe I should track down Drush. I bet I could. Yeah, okay. Let's give this a shot. This is where my Puphpet was. And here is folders, and I need to find out where my Drush is, which Drush. I don't know what Drush is. I gotta look through this again. It's okay. It's in dev desktop /drush. That's one that's used. And here it is again. Why is it there twice? Oh, it's the first one that's going to be used. Okay, so here it is. If I look at my path, then PHP 5.6 is the first PHP directory that's used. Oh man, am I using the wrong command line? Drush, you're gonna blow up? You don't blow up. And then if I grep you, migrate, you don't blow up. Lol. Oh man. Okay, we're pushing past it now. All right, so drush migrate upgrade is the star of the night. If I go to help for that directive, that command, I get a whole bunch of errors. Why are you erroring on me? I'm just asking you for help, man. Okay, so false positive. I still do have a problem. Default is print R, valid placeholder. I've got to run this in a Vagrant of some kind. Urgh! Shaky fist. You know what I feel like doing, Lowell? I feel like uninstalling Vagrant and VirtualBox and reinstalling them. I'm not going to do that on the air, though. I do have an hour, but I think if I could just figure out how to tell the command line to use the most recent version of PHP, it'd be fine. And I think in order to do that, I need to track down the drush config. Yeah, well, I'm gonna rename this. I'm gonna rename this video "Working Through Windows Problems" instead of migrate, because that's basically all I've been doing. All right. So we previously found where the drush was. Asked path. It said it's in program files, dev desktop, drush. Is it just me, or is that order different? That's weird. There it is. Dev desktop, drush. So let's go there. And that is stop that. Program files, dev desktop. Things. Drush.bat. Sublime text in this? I do. That's awesome. Just open that real quick. What are you? Oh, if there's a PHP ID, maybe that's a system variable or something like that. And execute whatever PHP that is. And then drush.php. Okay. So if I look up system variables, system environment, variables, if I look at PHP, well, here's PHP bin. Oh, come on. Don't hover over the thing I want to see. All right, so here's PHP bin. kind of weird. PHP bin points to 5.5. This is asking for PHP ID. I'm not even sure if I'm right about this guess. Drush automatically determines the user home directory for looking at home and temporary. Yeah. H drive. Whatever that is. Hey, see this for more information. I would like some more information. And I go there. Lowell was saying that he felt my pain last week. Windows batch improvement cannot open file. Okay. People are having a lot of problems. Sometimes you only see the problems in these threads. Okay. We were here. No, we were looking in the files. Here we are in Drush. No, we were in the environment variables. Let's just set PHP ID. What does it need to be? PHP ID. With the PHP ID, you pick a different Drupal settings folder, and in the path, we add dev desktop / PHP ID to the beginning. If that's the case, why is it telling me that the PHP that is being used is 5.4? And does anything feed variables into this? This is the bat file. What is this percentile? And what does this percentile in syntax really mean? Okay, I can't believe I'm searching for this, but Drupal, Windows, bat file, sent. Windows version getting started. Oh my God. All right. It could be a parameter, but why does it have percent on both sides? Here we are. Variable expansions or substitute text. That works if it's already set before the bat file executes. It's not taking the argument from input, it's using the argument, or using the variable. Ooh, It can be used similar to environment variables. Can I search for environment variables? So maybe the thing that calls Drush sets a variable. Where do I find this? Aha! This one uses that brush to completely crash. Kind of. So we can't use that. Wish I could do which brush right here, but it won't let me do that. Nope, I don't know what which is. Just completely blow up. Does kind of completely blow up, but that does. Brush was not able to start. Cite URI sites poppycock. It's okay. So the specific script it's looking for is in the Drush folder, but it is in vendor drush.php. Vendor drush.php. It's using PHP 5_4, and it's doing that because it's accessing some configuration there. And it's using php.exe. And is there anything about the RC file? Nope. I guess I could do a Google search for. Oh, wait a minute. Well, it's got a link for me. Well, you night owl, you. Look at that link off screen in case he's trying to troll me. Oh, pictures. Yeah, I'm looking at the first one. Turn off Hyper-V. I did that. Delete adapters. I guess I could do that. Uninstall extensions. Ooh. You know, Lolo, I'm looking at your last step. Where it says network adapter is generated by Vagrant and the NDIS6 setting may need to be enabled And that sounds familiar to me. I'm just going to set this. Let's see if that's the culmination of what I was trying to do. And if this doesn't work, I'll move on. Simple as that. Hey, it blew up. Gonna move on. Network. Which was the one they was using? It's using 7 now. 7. Where's 7? I don't see 7. Here it is. All right. Let's look at the properties here. Ah ha ha ha. Not turned on. Enable. Okay. Wouldn't it be funny if that fixed it? That would be hilarious, right? Sites have Vagrant halt. Already halted. Nothing. I guess I should go back and see if Lovell's listening in. Yeah, he said that the PowerShell stuff was important. And I just obstinately ignore that and try to see if this works. Let my overwhelming optimism defeat your pessimism, Lovell. You curmudgeon, you. This is exactly what I did not want to happen. All right, that failed, but did it try to use that same one? And if I did Vagrant reload, did that really screw everything up? The fix is still running, so that's not helping. For connections, that didn't work. Where are my network connections? Where are you? Here. Yeah, okay. I know you're not a curmudgeon, Lowell. One of 2 people who are listening right now. Perhaps the only one listening. Okay. Well, let me blindly obey your steps here. All right. So first, you're saying check to see if Hyper-V is turned off. I did that. And then let's go to VirtualBox, where we have a virtual machine. Get into the settings for that. Navigate to the network. And there's supposedly some preferences. I'm in settings, and yours says preferences. Host only networks. Maybe general? Man. How do I get to the screen that you're at? Maybe I'll... Here we are. Why does it have 4 adapters? Advanced. How are you able to delete those? Main file menu. Okay, let's do that. Oh, there is preferences. Hey, that looks different. If I go to network, hey, look at that. Wow. Right? Right? Look at all that. Okay. Delete them all. I like that idea. I am I am all for removing every last one of these things. So sick and tired of this. Look at them fall. Look at them all fall. As I laugh, cackling. Yeah, you're on a bit of a delay still, Lowell. So I see your responses to things I said a while ago. All seven, and we'll watch them fall. I think there were literally 7 of them. Maybe there were 8. Gone. They're all gone. Gone, gone, gone. Next step. Oops. Oh. I guess if the next step shows that we need to make sure that the NDIS 6 setting is enabled, we'll actually have to have the virtual machine spin up again. So we can create one of those. Let's see if Lowell agrees. Oh, his answer in a couple minutes. But here we go. We don't have things. And we're going to have things soon. So let's go to the command line. Vagrant files in there. Vagrant up. We'll see the new adapter come in. I did generally get the feeling that it was because I've got too much cruft lying around with this thing that I had the problem. Why is this taking a while? This usually happens right away after the last one. Somewhere and I don't see it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. No, I haven't done the PowerShell commands yet. Do 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 do. What's going on? Come on. What is that? It's a new error. I like new errors. A CLI used by Vagrant for controlling virtual box. Host only if create standard. Failed to create host only adapter. Okay. All right. Okay. Lowell asks, what is that? I think he's asking me what the error message is, and it sounds like it's trying to create a host-only adapter, which are the kind of adapters that this process is trying to make, and it failed. Let's reproduce it. Is the error reproducible? There's the first one. I should get the second one. It tries to do its job. There's the second one. All right. Now it's going to see one more line and then fail miraculously. There we go. And now, with the adapter that was created, here it is. We look at its properties and we see that the VirtualBox bridge networking driver is not enabled. Other things are not enabled. That's one of two things that were not enabled. I don't know why I need this file and printer sharing. And I'll enable that. And then now I'm going to go back and confirm that it is still enabled. It is. No magic tricks there. Do it again. There we go. Wait, what's this? What's this? I believe we're past it, Lowell. I think my optimism is going to win, which is good because we only have a half hour left. So yeah, I hear you, Lowell. I hear you. We're sitting at this timeout for a while. Makes me worried. I'm going to hit the enter button. Yeah. Oh, okay. Just letting me know it's still trying. Okay. Go ahead. Oh, still let me know. Still trying to connect there. Yeah. Good job there. Good job. Keep going. Ah, booted and ready. That's great to hear. What's next? All kinds of VirtualBox stuff, right? Gotta get going with that, right? Boy, this is as hairy as I get. You know, if you're watching this videos, I don't know if you've sat through an hour and a half of this. That is incredible. But this is as bad as it gets for us Windows folks sometimes. I don't know if you have a problem like this on Macs, but I've had to fight through a number of these. I'm pretty happy that this seems to be moving forward at least. This is the point where I usually would step away, grab some more coffee. I bet Lowell's happy. All right, more progress. Things, other things, green things.
It seems familiar. Good old stuff. Lots of great stuff here. Well, I guess I can close this window now. Don't need that. I probably can close this. Don't need that. And this is doing its job here. Okay, so by the end, we'll have the Drupal 8 VM working again. Yeah. Go ahead and close that. What else can be closed? All right. That. All right. So it's spinning up, and it sounds like the IP address that we settled on is this one. I need to make sure that in my hosts file, I'm using the same one. So I was trying this IP address, and now I'll use that one. Saved. Close it out, make sure it's saved. And even though it's doing work, it's spinning up right now, I could probably start another command line and try to ping that to see if I can ping that. I'm basically just filling time. Hey, I'm pinging it. It's pinging. That's great. This is going to work. All right, close that out. I guess another thing I could do is I can prep for the migration. Talk a little bit about it. We're going to be migrating, as I was saying at the beginning of these 2 hours, we're going to be migrating the content from the Drupal 6 site. It would be great if I had the entire Drupal 6 site, because here is basically pointing to where all the files are. I was talking with the folks that were managing that, and I said, hey, why don't you give me everything? And I think that's what this is. Downloaded it earlier, and this is a most recent database dump. So let me get that in there too. Let me start by cleaning up everything that's in here. Got a copy for that. I can just right click and say show and explore. So there is everything. And inside here, and that's a good sized database. There's that. I'll just say delete the lot. Let me see that again. Delete. Oh, okay. Delete. Good. And then I'll take things. Looks like it's still doing work. So go. Oh, this came. Yep. Yep. Cancel. Of all the things. Windows. This is not a good night for us. We'll get past it. Don't worry. Open archive. I'll have to get inside. If you're going to take all that long time, I'll just extract it to the downloads folder. That's fine. Yikes. It's going to be huge. All right. So, web browser, where was the database? It's right here. Okay. That we can extract rather quickly, can't we? Extract files to where I have my import folder. My import folder is gone. I guess I deleted that too.
create a new one. Oh, it already exists. Copy path. There we go. There's my database dump. I don't want it in another folder. I could just have it in root. What are you scanning files for? Don't search for references. Don't. What? In VFS? What are you talking about, Willis? You know what? I've just about had it with you. Yeah, there it is. How about I copy it? You don't have it there. There's already a folder. Oh, there's already a folder with the same name. Why are you naming folders the same name as a file? Makes no sense. All right. Don't give me that. There we go. I don't need you. All right. Here we go, 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 go. Oh. Yeah, that's still doing work. And that is almost, that's now over 4 gigabytes. This is gonna be fun. I said I wanted the whole thing. They gave me the whole thing. Which one's going to finish first? Let's see, the virtual machine is on MySql. So I can see it now, Lowell, if you're still there. They're probably gone to bed at this point, but at the end of this, I'll make one supercut. And these multiple weeks that I'm going to be putting into making this site will be condensed to like an hour. And this one, in this session, the whole thing will be reduced to me saying Windows problems, and then extracting, and then here's the command to load the database. The end. And we got 20 minutes left. Let's see if we can get there. Remaining time, less than 30 seconds. And on the other end of things, looks like it's enabling Xdebug, and I didn't tell it to get Xdebug going. Oh, that was in the Puphpet that I created. Try to work around the problem. But no, problem wasn't my config. Problem is VirtualBox. I don't know what I would still be doing if Lowell didn't come to the rescue. Okay, the extract finished. Now I can go to my downloads. There was web root, and here's the tar. I'll go extract that. 7-zip. Extract files. You should remember that import location. And you do. However, let's not just blindly go into this. All right, so it's got a public HTML folder, and that has the entire old Drupal 7 site, or Drupal 6 site. Yes, so let's extract that into import. Okay. Another thing I don't like about the new Git for Windows console, they give you this Ming thing that gives you Unix on a Windows machine. The color coding's wrong. Everything is white. I'm actually looking for any kind of error message that may be coming up, and those are usually red and easier to see that way. I think I'm seeing that it had trouble getting MySql working. Like it's trying to get MySQL Server 5.6. May have to fix that in the config. Let me take a look. All right, here's the config that controls everything. Look for MySQL. Yep, one right there, 5.6. Yep, that would be a problem. All right, and then after probably not bill of health. All right, are you done yet? You're not done yet. Things, lots of things, all kinds of things. Probably will get Apache running though. Skipping because of failed dependencies. Huh. I'll have to call this, let's make a Drupal 8 site, part 0, getting your build environment working. And it would legitimately be step 0 because you don't need it if you're not using, if you don't have my set of problems. If you're already running with Linux and these things are solid, you're not using Puphpet, maybe you're using Docker and your life is better as a result. She would hurry up and fail. You're skipping a lot of things because of failed dependencies. I think I'll shut these down now. I don't think I'll need them anymore. Man, there's a lot of dead air. Oh, the window is hanging. That's great. Exactly what I wanted. What are you doing, crafty computer? CPU's pecking out. Memory's almost maxed. Probably all the file stuff. that finishes, it'll be better. Well, PHP Storm, are you trying to index a file directory that's constantly getting new files added to it? All right. File upload finished. Close the extraction. I'm just waiting for that memory to relinquish. Yeah, you got a lot of things. Don't go freaking out about it. You know, maybe I should shut down PHP Storm. It likes to eat memory. Okay, you're doing things again. That's great. Could you just please be done? Yeah, listen. By the time this is finished, it'll be time I'll be able to change this config and do Vagrant provision to make it use the new config. There's a good chance that I will be completely out of time. I don't think I'm actually going to get to the one thing that I wanted to do, which was migrate the database with the files. Okay, okie dokie. Patience is a virtue. PHP Storm is finished. Here we have a big drop off. CPU. What you working on? VirtualBox. Chrome. RAM is not the problem when it comes to CPU. It is with memory. Yeah, it might be worth it. Especially if I'm not going to get to, well, I do need to change the config. All right. Should be done with all. Oh, it loaded the file, so this should be okay to change now. Drop it down to 5.5. Things, package things. Let's get installed Drush. That's a lot of skipping. All right, I've changed my config. As soon as it lets me, I'm going to type Vagrant provision, kick off the provisioning process again, and then it should have all of the things that it needs. Honestly, this whole 2-hour time period right here is pretty much a waste. If I can't even get the Vagrant working again. All right. Built on a lot of things. Vagrant provision. 875.83 seconds. Finish the catalog run. I believe in you. All right, we changed our config. We can shut down PHP Storm. Probably not going to retouch it. There we go. Relinquish that RAM. eventually. Loading the facts. Here we go. Yep, 8 minutes to go. Given how long the other one went, that's going to be more time than we're doing here. So tune in next week when we actually can stand this site up and do command line stuff with it. I guess this is a good practice run. Thanks to Lowell Johnson, who helped me get this far and stuck with me while I was working on this, and hopefully next week we'll do better. I'll sign off now. Oh man, how do I even end this? Oh wait, that's a different window. Here we are. Stop this one.